On today's episode of WAtv, we have an instrumental mic'd up segment. We celebrate our grandparents, learn about the art of a great handshake, and get a sports and news update. This is WAtv. Hey Wheaton Academy, I'm Gabby here with Kayla, and this is our 21st episode of the year. To start things off, Sophia Kutek put together a great promo for the upcoming worship night. Take a look.
What's up, guys? I'm in the White Chapel, and this is where we do our worship nights.
Worship nights is honestly one of the best things you can be a part of here in Wheaton Academy. It's a time where you can step away from all of the stress of school and life and just take a breather. There's something super powerful about being surrounded by people, music, and God all at once. And you don't even have to be perfect or even know what you're going to do to come. It's just a place to feel peace, connect, and be real. If you have ever needed a break or just wanted to experience something meaningful, you should definitely come to worship night. I promise you, you won't regret it.
Thanks, Sophia. We hope you are all able to come to the last worship night of the year. It's going to be a great night. In anticipation for the upcoming spring concerts, I went up and mic'd up some students in band and orchestra to hear how preparations are going. Take a look.
Hello, Wheaton Academy. Welcome to our favorite room, the instrumental room.
All right, so excited for Spring Instrumental Concert coming up the first Saturday of May. The Spring Instrumental Concert, it's so important and so monumental because it's a full semester of work in band and orchestra all put together in one performance. So just a little bit of insight into the rehearsal process, or a little bit of what you saw in the mic'd up segment. So this is an example of a score, like an orchestral score. So you can see like there are literally for this piece of music, there are 27 different things happening all at the same time. And it's so much more than students just learning their part and playing the right notes at the right time. They have to understand, like for example, how does this person's part complement and make better this person's part, who might be the melody, and complement and make better this person's part that might be more of like a harmony that has to stand out.
You write a lot of things on the paper to remind us when we're playing to do the right thing. C sharp.
100% of the people in the group have to understand that and have to know how their instrument part interacts with everybody else's, and they have to be able to play their part correctly. To see high school students invest in that over the course of the semester and to understand what's happening in a musical score like that, and then to bring a work of art out of it and to perform it live in front of peers or in front of parents and friends and everything is just a beautiful thing, and I absolutely love it. Mr. Visker and I think of our spring concerts kind of like, this is like going to state for sports. It's that important, it's that much of a culmination of our season, so we are so looking forward to it. Woo! That was so fun.
Be sure to check out all the upcoming spring concerts from both our instrumental and choral programs. Now, let's dive into some news and notes. This Friday, we do not have chapel because of the half-day schedule. We will pick back up with chapels next week. For lunch, we have Adante's today and Rosati's tomorrow. No lunch will be provided on Friday. As Sophia mentioned, we have our last worship night of the year tomorrow at 7 p.m. Everyone is welcome, so let's pack out the White Chapel.
As we mentioned, this Friday is a half day. As staff prepares the student union for the faculty and staff luncheon, please do not pass through the student union during the day. Also, junior senior is that evening. We hope all the upperclassmen have a wonderful time that evening. Lastly, in 1 week, we welcome grandparents to campus for our annual Grandparents' Day. To celebrate what they mean to us, Haley and Sophia put together this appreciation video. Check it out.
Hey Wheaton Academy, today we're going around and asking students what their favorite thing about their grandparents is.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is they're very kind and loving.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is how willing they are to help their grandchildren out and their food.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is how much they show they care about me and my family and help out my parents.
My favorite thing about grandparents is they bring us so many presents and sometimes buy us pizza.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is they always go above and beyond to provide for me no matter what.
And my favorite thing about my grandparents is how they always support me and they're always there when I need them.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is how they cook. Like, the food is so good.
My grandparents are very supportive and always come to any event that I have.
Yeah, my grandparents are super sweet. I love them.
Her food and her kindness.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is they always take time out of their day to spend time with us.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is how kind and loving they are.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is their kindness.
My favorite thing about my grandma is how she's always willing to go and take me to the movies.
One thing I love about my grandparents is how much time they spend with us.
My favorite thing about my grandparents is just their commitment to our family and their dedication to everybody. It's really awesome.
Favorite thing about my grandma is her cooking. It's awesome.
My favorite thing about my grandma is how she'll always buy us the things my mom won't.
Grandma, fine.
Hey everyone, I'm John here with my co-host Liz for a Warrior Sports Zone update. Let's get started. Last Thursday, baseball improved to a 12-5 record on the year, defeating Timothy Christian by a score of 9-4. Lincoln Park went 6 innings, allowing 0 earned runs and struck out 7. At the plate, Jackson Fromm was 2-5 with 2 doubles. Don Morell was 2-5 with a single and a triple, and Dallas Johnson was 1-3 with a home run, 3 runs, and an RBI. And Mark Jackson was 1-4 with 2-run home run. The Warriors remain undefeated in conference and travel to Chicago Hope today for a 4:30 game. Lacrosse traveled to Michigan over the weekend and played 2 games and unfortunately lost in overtime to Detroit Country Day School with a score of 12-13. Goals were earned by Jet Yaros, Jack Szymanski, Sommer, Hoger, and Adams. Kaysen Ross had 24 saves, and Lacrosse fell to Brother Rice with a score of 6-12. Goals scored by Jet Yaros and Tommy Sommer. In goal, Kaysen Ross had 6 saves in the first half, and John Carlo had 13 saves in the second half. Lacrosse plays at home tomorrow versus Glenbard North at 7 p.m. Boys volleyball swept their WA quad on Saturday by defeating De La Salle, Elmwood Park, and Fenton. They travel to Chicago Hope Academy tomorrow for a 5:30 match. Boys tennis hosted Matea Valley last Monday. It was on the way to a solid victory when rain ended things before most matches could finish. Shout out to John Zhang, Brody Klein, Eli, and Keeson for impressive straight sets victories. Last Friday, boys track and field competed at the Yorkville Invitational. It was a very difficult day for running as they had a strong southerly wind for the entire meet, especially for the distance events. However, we had some great performances in this varsity-only meet. Congratulations to Griff Schlembecker, who won the high jump by clearing 6.6. Sophomore Andrew Lindquist ran the 800 in 2:16. Senior Luke Osterholm and freshman Axel both ran 4:38, setting personal bests. Gino Hudson and Nick Amato both made finals in discus, and Gino made finals in shot put as well. Boys track competes on Saturday at the Canelan Invitational.
On Friday, girls track competed at the Yorkville Invitational. Congrats to Briley Painter, who placed third in the 1600 meter with a time of 6:02. Kaya Pikinen placed first in the 3200 with a time of 13:06. Our 4x2 team of Sophie Roberts, Stella Alexander, Veda Ashman, and Nicole Camiola placed third with a time of 1:56. Our 4x4 team of Veda Ashman, Lydia Wright, Gabby Falls, and Sydney Becker placed third with a time of 4:26. Our 4x8 team of Annie Roth, Lucy Rudiger, Adeline Farrell, and Elizabeth Bush placed second with a time of 11:29. And Aria Villarreal placed third in the long jump with a jump of 15 feet, 9.5 inches. On Saturday, the girls compete at Glenbard West Invitational. Girls soccer also traveled to Michigan over the weekend and beat Calvin Christian Granville by a score of 3-2. Goals were scored by Addie Nielsen, unassisted, Annika Vandervelde, assisted by Addie Nielsen, Elena Tran, assisted by Annika Vandervelde, and goalkeeper Nora Pennings had 3 saves. Girls are home on Thursday against Marion Central Catholic at 7 p.m. Lastly, softball plays today at home against Aurora Christian. First pitch is at 4:30. That will do it for your Warrior Sports Zone update. Before we close out this episode, we have one more segment for you. We realize with all these sports results, you might be congratulating these athletes in the hallway with a high five or a handshake. Our friend Cyrus Burek wanted to share some handshake ideas with you all as you continue to congratulate your friends as the semester progresses. Here's a segment we like to call The Art of a Handshake. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Eric.
And I'm Miguel, and today we'll be showing you the art of a great handshake.
Hi, my name is Eric. The one. I'm
Step 2. Greet the person with kindness.
What's up, Cyrus? How are you?
Jeffrey. Yay.
Step 4. Have fun.
What's up?
Good job. Yes, Eric.
And Miguel.
The TV. And the tell too.
Oh, we have bloopers.
Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to support your Warrior Sports, and as always, follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Stay classy, Wheaton Academy.